Hello, one viewer. How are you? I don't have anybody online yet. So give me 1 second. Nuts. Hello, 3 viewers. Yes, JR, I am sending you a link. I'm running a little bit late, so I am sending it to you right now. 1 sec. I'm sending the whole cast a link. I didn't want to go on late and have people here and wonder where the heck are they. Okay, JR, as Captain Kirk says, here it comes. And Zach, there it is in your Gmail. Peter, there you go. Zach.
Bum, bum, bum.
Hello, JR.
Hello.
What's going on? I am adding people as we speak. Let me get Zach on the line. And let me find Mike. Hello. Can you hear me okay, JR?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Let me get Mike. I don't see him lit up on Gmail. Let me find him on Facebook.
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Good. How many viewers do we have, JR? I'm multitasking. I can't see.
7 watching right now.
Hello, 7 viewers. JR, I literally just read ASM 800 like 5 minutes ago.
Wow.
It's a long book to read. That's a lot of content for your $10.
Yeah, I guess we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the $10 cost is always debatable, but
yeah,
you know, they gave you a story.
That's true.
They gave you a story.
Like it or leave it, they gave you a story. Oh, I haven't, for those listening, and for JR is going to hear this for the first time, Ashley is a little under the weather, so she won't be joining us. And also, hey, Zach.
Hey.
Also, George's video card died in his computer today, so George won't be joining us.
Oh, my.
I know. So I've invited Peter, a.k.a. Chi-Town Spidey, to join us, and Mike will be joining us shortly.
Hey, can I take the George's topic if you want me
to? Peter was emailing me or texting me. Which one did he want? Let's see here. Peter.
Is the sun that bright in Texas that you have to wear those horrid things, Zach?
Peter wants there he is.
Yes.
Chi-Town, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
There you are. I just see a giant Spider-Man head, though.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
All right, let me go over to the YouTube chat and see what they're saying. Thank you, Project XZZ. Brand new Spider-Man shirt I just picked up. It's the ASM 100 cover. There you go. I thought since we're talking about a milestone issue, we might as well wear a new...
I think I look better than you there, Brad.
Well, not with that vertical video, you don't.
I'm sorry, Brad. I forgot.
Oh, there you are. There you are.
You're anti-vertical. My bad.
Yeah, there you go.
What are you doing? Are you coming home from work or something? You actually have a tie on? You got a tie on.
I have a tie on.
Zach is professional. Look at that.
Oh,
that's why I'm dressed better than you, Douglas.
I'll give you
You're
that.
more
I wore
dressed for the
a
occasion,
tie long enough. I'm
I
good.
was about to say, I feel like I'm in a parallel universe now where Zach is professional and Brad isn't. So,
Logan,
It's
captain
the
of the
mirror
bridge.
verse.
I'm trying to get my video on. It's not really working.
Okay. When in doubt,
just waiting on
smack
Mike?
the side of it. Yeah, I no word from Mike. I don't know where he. Oh, he's on Facebook. He has seen the link. He should be joining us any minute.
Let me go on Chrome. I'll be right back.
Okay. Zach, oh, I think I told you, Ashley's sick and George, his video card died. So,
Well, George didn't want to read 800 anyway, so that's okay.
the God said you don't have to be on the show.
Conveniently, his video card died.
No, he was going to be on the news show and drop out of the review show since he didn't read 800 for protest of the $10 price tag. So, oh, speaking of, I need to pull up iTunes reviews before we start.
We just got one, right?
I think we just got one new one correct.
How's my mic sound? Does it sound okay?
You got. It sounds
I'm
okay.
using my earpiece. So I didn't know if it was okay. I'm going to go on mute.
It's not horrible, but yeah, when you're not talking, I'd go on mute. There you go. Okay. Let me search for us on iTunes real quick. There it is. Oh, 163 reviews. Do we get a new one? Yeah.
Hello.
No. Is that Mike?
Me?
There's Mike. There you are. Welcome. 13 viewers beat you, Mike.
Oh. Okay.
Are you there?
I think they're shocked that we did this 2 hours early there, Douglas.
Yeah, a little bit. I was like, oh, because I was so used to it.
I know it. Well, I've got the house to myself, so I thought I'd record a podcast. There you go.
Okay, well, that's right.
but it's certainly going to help me stay awake later in the evening.
Yeah, well,
we should have done message board questions so JR can be punchy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go.
Poor message board.
It's all right.
I love you guys.
I know it. And the site is still down, it looks like. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it went off
break it,
the other day, right?
I didn't break it. People like to listen and visit it, and it slowed down all the other sites that are on HostGator. So.
Oh man, you brought down an entire web host.
I did, yeah. Or no, the web host said, "I can't take it anymore, Captain." Hey, Mike. I mean, Peter. There you are. There you are. Cool.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's Hey, Chi-Town, how you doing?
Hey, Mike. You're the
by the way, Brad, I'm sure you've already saw this that was posted on the Crawlspace.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily.
You can bring that up. There's not much.
There's not much to talk about. I mean,
yeah.
But,
okay, are we all ready?
Are we wearing hats? Because Chi-Town's wearing a hat. I didn't get the email about a hat.
No, sans hat, JR. You're wearing hair. That's more than me.
How's that?
Oh man, I got to go get some.
Oh, look at that. What could I put on my head? Oh, Zach gave me this years ago. Here. Okay, hold on. Let me just borrow this. 1 second.
Your head might have to shrink
there
a little
you
bit there, Brad.
What do you think?
That looks like when you have that on, it looks like one of the the Goombas or something from Super Mario.
Can you tell I was in broadcasting? I've got a big head.
I mean, seriously, it's like it looked like it's going to wall around and then Mario's going to
Brad,
jump on it or something in any minute.
You could probably turn around and sell that thing on eBay for like 3 times the amount I paid for it.
No, this says good memories. I like mugs too. I have a lot of mugs.
Mm-hmm.
Should have bought 2.
Wow.
All right.
Hey, Chi-Town, are you familiar with the actor Anthony Rapp?
No, I'm not.
Oh, I was about to say, because you look almost just like him. He was the original Mark Cohen in Rent, and you're not a musical fan. Okay.
525,600.
Singing in the rain. I love singing in the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what about the musical?
Yeah.
I was about to say, then how do you not know about Rent?
Okay, boys, are we ready?
I want to see.
Yes,
that.
we are.
I heard
Okay,
Because JR, everyone has AIDS.
All right, come on. Let me pull up. Let me minimize some of these stuff in
I
my.
really liked I like the parody version called Lee from Team America.
Yeah.
I am closing some of these windows so I'm not confused and can't find stuff later. Okay. Hold
Okay.
on. We're gonna do the news show first,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll take a break and then do the review show. And let me pull up the YouTube chat so I can see you guys talking.
Yep.
Anthony Rapp is on Star Trek Discovery, says Hornacek. Is that right?
It is. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Well,
is he the doctor? Because I haven't seen Discovery.
No, he's the science officer.
Are you watching it, JR?
No, it's on CBS access, all access, and I don't buy that. Plus, I think my Star Trek for me pretty well died when Leonard Nimoy did. So I'm aware of it, but I don't pay much attention to it.
I'm
I'm a
waiting.
Star Wars guy myself, so anything Star Trek.
Well, there's only two types of people. There's Star Wars people and Star Trek people.
Oh, I'm both, man.
Well, you kind of have a favoritism for one or the other. That's kind of how it works.
Okay,
That's
Star
how
Trek.
movie.
I have a favoritism for Star Trek then.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You can
do
like
both,
Star
but there's always kind of a degree. There's a kind of a degrees there. It's kind of like. Yeah.
Web Century.
I should say I like the first Star Wars movie. The first trilogy and these last two are just been the Last Jedi was dreadful.
I liked it a lot.
So JR, now you understand why I'm wearing the sunglasses. You see the giant,
So
What, is
Web
that Brad's head reflecting into your eyes? Is that why you're wearing them?
Oh,
Zach, are you driving?
yes, he's driving. Zach has been more mobile on this show than any other podcast member. He's gone to a ball game when we interviewed Dan Slott. I think he was on a podcast where he was giving birth to his daughter. Or but
no. He scheduled it that weekend, and I said,
if I
Wow.
oh yeah,
Wasn't there one of those podcasts, Zach, that there was a power plant explosion or someplace that you were at? There was some kind of thing.
it wasn't a power plant. It was I was at a refinery, and they had an alarm.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Oh, that was funny. He was at a smokestack. I like that, Peter.
Oh.
Our podcast. Join in the fun with this link. I'm putting
Hey,
this
it
on our
just shows my commitment to you, Douglas.
I appreciate that, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm putting the link up on Facebook since I don't have a website at the moment. Oh, guess what the thumbnail is? A picture of JR smiling. Look at that on Facebook. Oh, you don't have that because all the kids have that, right, JR?
Damn,
I was about to say, how do you have a picture of me smiling? I didn't think that any of them. I don't think any of those existed.
Oh, it's the internet. It's fake.
Well, it does now.
I was about to say it must be a photo. It must be a Photoshop.
Oh,
until we started doing these video podcasts, I always envisioned JR being utterly miserable, but sitting behind his keyboard because
And
of
now
that
it's
one
been
photo.
confirmed, right? Is that
That's
what?
funny.
He was like a Loch Ness monster.
Hornacek says John Romita Jr. has Zach beat for doing a podcast in his car while eating pizza. That is very true. I interviewed Jerry.
Yes, I can see JR Jr.'s flawless victory.
Web Century says Ron Friends has everyone beat when he took a whiz. I'll never forget that. That was pre-webcam of the podcast. By the way, Web Century, 1:10 a.m. here. Where are you? I'll wait for him to catch up in the delay.
He is in the UK.
know? Oh, he's in the UK. Okay.
Yeah, that's probably
one of our
right.
UK guys.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm trying not to do vertical video so I don't trigger Brad.
I'll start getting a flinch. Web Century says the UK, so you guys were correct. Well, thank you for staying up late, Web Century.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, you can talk to Web Century on our Discord server.
Oh, cool.
So he's on our Discord server.
Okay, everybody ready? We're going to do it.
Yep.
Coming down in 3, 2. Hey, Crawlspacers, welcome to our June news show. Let's introduce who we have on the panel. We have Zach Mobile in a car. What's up, Zach?
Hey, everybody. I'm like literally like 2 minutes from my house, but
This is really not safe.
Yes, I was about to say.
I got my hands on Tenet too. This isn't my first rodeo.
Okay, be safe out there.
Yeah.
Okay, we have Mike. What's going on, Mike?
Oh, I'm enjoying the rain because
it's raining there. Okay.
Yeah, Pacific Northwest. Summer. It's not, yeah.
I was thinking of Here Comes the Rain down in Africa. Is the little Toto I was thinking of.
Oh,
more than Singing in the Rain, but that's pretty good. And we have JR. What's going on, JR?
Well, I was catching up on my reading on my political news, and does the name Eric Greitens mean anything to you?
Why do you pick on my governors?
Almighty damn.
Why do you pick on my governors?
Well, he's not your governor anymore, is he?
No, he's not.
I was about to say, this goes up there with dead Mel Carnahan.
JR, have you ever been to Missouri?
16th century science from Senator Aiken. And what else? Oh, yeah. You had a riot there that one time. Also the safe spaces. Wasn't Missouri the home of the safe spaces? And now you're I tell you, what a state, huh? What a state.
Have you been to Missouri?
Well, it's been a few years, but I saw a couple St. Louis Cardinal games there. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Of course, I was actually the one time I was there in the 1970s, and St. Louis didn't look too good.
I'm on the
and then it looks like they knocked down a lot of it and cleaned it up a little bit. But
mental note to self: last time I asked JR how you're doing, he had a line and a bit prepared. And
unfortunately, I immediately thought of you when he announced his resignation.
You thought of JR and me?
No, I thought of JR and you, yes, because I figured, here comes JR.
Coming out swinging.
He still won't let the dead guy go. So I figured,
who votes for a dead man? I mean, really? Who votes for a dead man?
Well, if you're a libertarian, you're saying that's the best type of politician is the dead guy.
Oh, stop. So Ashley is a little under the weather, so she won't be joining us, unfortunately. And also, George won't be joining us, unfortunately. His video card died. So we're not going to have George on the show, but we have Chi-Town Spidey himself, Mr. Peter. Peter, what's going on, sir? Thanks for coming on. Short notice.
Oh, not a problem. I'm actually updating the Spider-Man Cosplay logo right now.
Oh, very cool. You've got some cool interviews coming up on the site.
Yes, soon. I do. And
I've seen some pictures. Any teases that you can give us to watch for? Like
I just received an email from our latest Mary Jane cosplayer, and she did a video.
She did a video for us. Wow.
A video just for the Crawlspace, and she did like 6 pictures supporting the Crawlspace with the sign. So
wow,
pretty cool.
I love that one that I don't think it's come out yet. I don't want to tease it. I just was going to mention a black suited Spider-Man.
Yes, I was about to say that too. Yeah, we got he brought his answers in like instantly.
Sweet.
And got his pictures. So yeah, we'll have 2 cosplays coming up.
I love that costume because the print of the suit looks like the comic book version of the black costumes.
It's all muscular and stuff with the shadowing.
Yeah, it looks really cool. So check out Spider-Man Crawlspace cosplay on the front page, written by Peter himself, Chi-Town Spidey.
You know what would be a really great picture? Would be a picture of like kind of Brad on a lounge chair or whatever, and surrounded by all these Mary Jane cosplayers.
Well, I'm not going to complain about that, but it might cause trouble at the house. No.
I'm photoshopping it.
That'd be trouble in paradise, Dave Douglas.
I think it'd be kind of cool to get JR in a lounge chair and get Aunt May cosplayers around him.
Challenging.
Man, I was about to say the smell of Brill cream and preparation H would probably, or not Brill cream, but Denshu grip and.
Actually, that at a convention that would be kind of funny, with like a Doc Ock in the middle and a bunch of Aunt May cosplayers around him.
Although Aunt May keeps getting younger, that's the thing.
That's true. Yeah,
that is
Aunt May is getting.
There was that meme going around on Facebook about they had like Aunt Rosemary Harris and Tobey Maguire, and then they had Sally Field and Andrew Garfield, and they had Hottie Teresa Tomei and Colin, and then like 2024 it was like a 3-year-old and Spider-Man was a toddler.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Yeah. Enigma says Polydent, JR Polydent. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't started using them yet. I'm still You know, I still put my teeth in a jar. So
we're gonna do Spider News first, but before that, we're gonna do an iTunes review. We have one new iTunes review, and it was written by Comet Omelet. And the subject title is Brad and His Amazing Friends, 5 out of 5 stars. Quote, I love the show. The host and the panelists are knowledgeable. They're funny, passionate, and honest. So Comet Omelet, thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. I like it being called Brad and His Amazing Friends. That's very cool. JR hates it because he hates that cartoon. Since he has a dead soul.
I'm not entirely. Somehow I don't know that Friends is quite.
After this opening bit, we're no longer. Yeah.
I think probably if it were accurate, it would be Brad and His Amazing Associates or something like that. You know.
Sure.
Or just so long as it's not clones.
Let's start off, Mike. I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
You just something was just published today.
Yes.
That was an image teaser was put out. So tell me about this.
Well, okay. Remember Spider-Verse, or when you're trying not to remember Spider-Verse?
Yeah. And
how we had all that big crossover event where we had all the different Spider-Men from all the different realities and everything?
Yeah.
Guess what? It's back. They're getting a sequel to it now.
No.
Only this time. Well, no. It's called Spider-Geddon.
Spider-Geddon.
Yes, we don't know much about it, but they've just basically, I guess, today Marvel released a new poster called Spider-Geddon is Nigh, and they show all the different, Spider-Men and women, and I don't know, that little some Spider-Man on there.
Oh yeah, tell me for the audio listeners alone, who is all on the poster?
Okay, so
name your characters.
Okay. Hopefully I will get all these right.
Here, I'm looking at the picture with you. Let's go clockwise.
Yeah, clockwise. Okay. So we got Spider Noir on the top at the 12 o'clock.
Okay.
Then we go Mary Jane from Renew Your Vows.
Spinnerette.
We then have Spider Gwen.
Spinnerette. Yep.
Then Spider-Man 2099. Then Silk. Then Miles Morales. Then the Some Spider-Man.
I hate that thing.
I know. It's basically a pickle thing.
I hate pickle Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's a Japanese thing, okay? Sorry to apologize to our Japanese listeners, but that's kind of what that thing is. And then you got Ben Reilly, Spider-Man in there, and then you got Mayday Parker's back again. You got
the classic suit of Mayday Parker.
And the classic suit, yes.
Yeah.
And you got Spider-Punk.
So Ron Friends is not going to be mad anymore.
Nice.
No. You got Spider-Punk in there. That was the guy with Toby Brown, who was basically like, he came from a universe who was like a anarchist punk rocker thing. And then you've got Spider Woman, or rather Spider Biatch from
what's her real name though? What?
Yeah, that was her real name. I wasn't trying to basically announce the last part, Brad, because I know this is supposedly a family program.
But that's not her real name though. What's her character's name?
She's supposed to be the granddaughter of Clint Barton. Yeah, she's the granddaughter of Clint Barton. So she's like, so she's back.
Yeah,
I thought she might have been killed, but I thought she was killed. Yeah. And the Superior Spider-Man has returned. Yeah. So Doc Ock's in this thing again. Yeah. And then we've got blacked out figure. It's doing his look like who's doing his either his Jesus pose. Basically.
I totally thought that was Dusk when I saw it. I didn't know they cropped out an image.
So they cropped out an image. So
okay,
this is some
they're
kind of
hiding
mysterious
a Spider-Man.
new character here.
The one that's missing
and of course Spider-Man
is Kane, because everybody else is there.
Wow.
True. Yeah, that could be. But yes, but you got Spider-Man in the center. And supposedly this arc is going to be written by Christos Gage and illustrated by Jorge Molina. So don't know much about what this thing is, but apparently it's kicking.
Yeah. Enigma says it really was Spider-B. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was her real name.
That was her real name.
That's so funny.
Logan. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But then they changed it to Spider Woman because it's because of the comic.
Yeah. They definitely didn't put that on her action figure. I can tell you that.
No. Absolutely
so my
not.
question is, Mike, are you excited for this? What's your thoughts on it?
Well, considering how enthusiastic I was for Spider-Verse last time, which was which you know how we all know how that turned out, right? I'm not sure. I think the only reason this is happening is because, well, again, they want to capitalize off Spider-Verse because, well, like it or not, it was kind of successful. It had crossover promotional thing. It was in different media. Yes. Yeah. And so I can see why Marvel would want to try to get back to this because, again, they figure, hey, if it worked the first time, let's do it the second time. Although I'm kind of wondering if they're doing this again to try to get rid of all these different Spider-Men and women, which is what Spider-Verse was supposed to be the last time, but I guess they just
no, the Spider-Verse was designed to sell toys. Let's get it right.
Yeah. Let's get it right.
Everybody's happy that that's trying to forget Spider-Verse. I know two men in particular. One is named Tom DeFalco, and the other is named Ron Friends.
Right. Yeah.
But, so SymbioBro says it could be good. It's not written by Slott. The Action Gamer says it could be the Spider-Man PS4 version making an appearance.
Okay, that would be a good guess. That would be a good guess. Yeah.
When's it coming out again?
I don't think it said.
It doesn't say. It's supposed to be sometime in 2018. So like maybe like in the.
If they're timing it around the release date of the game, then that would make perfect sense.
Perfect sense, absolutely. But they're right now they're kicking things off with they're having an Edge of Spider-Geddon 1 and 2, which is supposed to be coming out, which is supposed to be. The first issue is
Spider-Punk
//DR, which I guess was like
that thing
thing that they had. It's coming back and along with Spider-Punk. So who knows? They're kind of keeping things under wraps. Like, why are they bringing back all these different Spider-Men and women again? And so,
why is this not being written by what's his name?
Oh, Nick Spencer.
Yeah.
Well,
he knows to get it. He knows better.
Well, since Christmas Gate wrote most of some of Dan Slott's issues, they figured, hey, he's the next best guy to get in here. So I mean,
Mike, are you going to buy the book?
Well, kind of have to because since I review Amazing Spider-Man on my on the site I work for, Bam Smack Now, nice little plug. I probably
we can't plug our own websites anymore. You just broke.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You can feel free.
Okay, but but I'll be picking it up and everything, so checking it out. I'm kind of, but I have a very cautious. I'm very cautious about going into this thing. We'll see how it turns out. Who knows? It could be.
So I've already placed my order, and I did not pick up the Edge of the Spider-Geddon or whatever it's called. I don't like Spider-Punk, and the other book didn't sell me. Yeah. And if I would have known this was leading up, I may have thought differently. But I'm still good with my decision. I'm not ordering it. Zach, are you going to pick it up?
Well, I'm probably going to have to, Douglas. What the hell? Really?
Why?
Because of this damn show!
We're not going to review this.
Yes!
We're not going to review that on maybe on a satellite book, but no, not on a satellite show, but not this show.
No. Well, if this is the main story in Amazing Spider-Man...
It won't be. Yeah. It's a mini. I guarantee it's a mini.
It's a mini that's going to run concurrently with Amazing Spider-Man.
I guarantee it.
It's going to be like Clone Conspiracy, Douglas!
No.
They're going to... they're going to do what they're going to do.
This is going to be this is an off.
Regardless, we've already talked about some other stuff, Douglas, that I'm going to be reviewing this damn thing on.
Okay. So Zach's down. JR, are you plopping down $100 for this whole story?
No, not at all. Not at
all. Chi-Town, are you going to pick it up?
No.
YouTubers, all 26 of you watching right now, are you going to be picking up? Javi says the dude is right. I disagree with Javi and Zach. There's no way this is going to be the main storyline of Amazing Spider-Man. Spencer is not going to do this again.
Well, no, I mean he'll probably write the tie-ins and there'll be an Amazing Spider-Man. But I guarantee you, they're going to I think Zach's right. They're going to do the same thing they did with Clone Conspiracy with this. This is going to be like the main story.
Clone Conspiracy did not do well.
I know, but
they don't learn. Is your point?
No. Because Marvel's kind of got they don't believe in the quote that insanity is doing things over and over again and hoping for different results. They think that doing things over and over again will get better results.
All right, the YouTubers have now caught up. Web Century, nope. Logan, nope. Javi, I may be getting it. Bernard, guys are typing so fast. Bernardo says spend $100 on Spider-Man PS4 instead. I'm Symbio Bro, I'm buying it. Enigma, the F you think, Brad? Project X, no way, Jose. I'm Brad. The Action Gamer, not unless it's in trade used. I'll be watching YouTube reviews. Michael O'Connor, nope. Hobby. Well, you're wrong, Brad. Oh, okay.
Time out for a second, Brad.
Yeah.
When did Enigma become George for a second? Because that sounds like
Web Century, better to invest in hemorrhoid cream.
Wow. I think that would have been JR's answer, actually.
The Action Gamer Marvel is like Norman Osborn and never apologizes. JR and Peter, thoughts on this miniseries? Going to the well again?
Well, we just said we weren't going to buy it, so I don't know what else we can say, right?
What would make you buy it?
Nothing.
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 Peter, how about you? What would make you buy it?
Well, as far as it going into the main, you might think it's going into Amazing. I don't think it is, but they might make a little side note that, like, if there's a reference in Amazing, there'll be like a little editor's note that's saying "see in Spider-Geddon for further details." / Nick or something like that.
Look, if this culls the amount of Spider titles, and look, I'm talking about a guy that likes actually Ben Reilly, Scarlet Spider, and we get just down to Peter, I'm fine with it. This is like the last Spider Friends.
They aren't killing Miles off.
No. Miles doesn't have a new title.
He's got an annual coming up.
He does. Yeah, he technically does have one. I mean, it's being written, and plus he's got the. And plus, there's a we have a certain thing you're going to be talking about that's coming up.
Plus, Peter. I mean, Bendis already said he likes the creators of the new Miles title. So,
of course, Bendis says that.
I know. Mr. Superman likes him. Okay, we're moving on to another topic. Zach, you've got this one. The Spider-Verse movie trailer dropped.
Yeah, so
perfect segue from that topic to this one.
So we got the Spider-Verse trailer, and it was, this was a little bit better. I wasn't overwhelmed with the first trailer. I was like, oh, okay, this is a thing that's happening. Mainly because I didn't know if Miles was gonna be able to carry a cartoon, and it's not because I don't think Miles is a good character. I just didn't think that having him as the sole character was going to work. Now, making this, again, this I've had this discussion with others, particularly Spider-Girl fans. This makes our blood boil with Spider-Gwen, because this is what we felt like should have been done with Mayday a long time ago. But so I decided to go to the IMDb page to kind of talk about the actors. So
yeah, this is something we haven't heard. Who's going to be voicing these characters? This is interesting.
Shamik Moore is doing Miles Morales, voicing Miles Morales, not doing him. Ooh, that got awkward quickly. Apparently, he was in House of Pain. Not a huge amount of credits to his name. Jake Johnson is being the voice of Spider-Man.
Who is Jake Johnson? I don't know this guy.
Okay, have you ever seen the show New Girl?
No.
Okay, he was on there from 2011 to 2018. In 2017, he was on the TV series No Activity.
Nope.
Comrade Detective TV show, Idiot Sitter, The Mummy. He was Sergeant Vale in the Mummy reboot.
Nope.
Lego Jurassic World.
Just Google him.
Yeah, just Google.
Well, I heard his voice and I don't care for it.
Really?
I don't care for that Spider-Man voice actor.
Yeah, I mean, there's.
What do you guys think?
There's been better ones. So we got Haley Steinfeld is the voice of Gwen Stacy.
She's in the new Bumblebee movie.
She is in the new Bumblebee movie. It's in post-production right now. She was in Pitch Perfect 3 as Emily.
Okay.
Wasn't
Done a bunch of
she in
video
the True
shorts.
Grit remake?
The what?
Haley Steinfeld, wasn't she in the True Grit remake?
I think so.
I believe so. I'm getting there.
That's cool. The one
Yes, he was in True Grit.
The one bit of casting news that I thought was kind of cool is Lily Tomlin as Aunt May. I think that's kind of neat.
Mm-hmm.
They've
also got Liev Schreiber as.
Oh, Sabretooth is going to be who?
The Kingpin.
Oh, I don't know about that.
But you know what? Lily Tomlin's actually held the Spider-Man Crawlspace line.
She did?
In 2011 at San Diego Comic-Con. We met
Lily Tomlin?
Yeah. Me and Bertoni actually met her.
Are you sure that's not the Austin Powers actress?
No, it was Lily Tomlin.
I've never seen that picture.
Yeah, yes, you have.
I think you're thinking of the Austin Powers lady, like the second in command in Austin Powers.
All right. Well, we can't go to the I can't.
I can't go to the website. It's down. The viewers took it down. Well, find me a picture of Lily Tomlin holding the Crawlspace sign. I will say to all YouTubers I was incorrect.
Let me go to Josh's Facebook page.
Okay. All right. So take me through the trailer a little bit. What happened?
Basically, this sets up. This is far more of what actually is going on. So basically, it seems like the streams got crossed, and a more adult Peter Parker, who's still a douchebag, shows up. Broke, dumb, stupid loser Peter Parker shows up in Miles Morales' universe. And Miles Morales is actually like the ultimate universe, more or less. And so kind of sets up the premise, but we don't see any of the villains. We just see everybody meet up, and in the very end, she's like, "Oh, and hi, I'm Gwen Stacy." Like, oh, for F.
Well, technically, we do actually see two villains in here, actually.
Maybe I blinked and missed them. I did watch the trailer twice.
Well, one of them is the ultimate version of the Green Goblin, except he's not wearing the Green Goblin hat, along with everything looking else like a Hulk thing and having wings.
No, I would be trolling JR with my Green Goblin, but I sold him.
Yeah, and the other one is the Prowler, just because they have the Aaron Davis version of the Ultimate Prowlers in this as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Ultimate Goblin is in it, which looks like the Hulk, JR. What do you think?
I don't know. I didn't watch the trailer, and I have absolutely no interest in the movie.
Well, JR's 0 for 2 for Spider News. He doesn't give a crap about anything.
Well, where's my box if I don't give a crap?
So far, both topics are in your don't give a crap box. Peter, what did you think of the trailer, man?
It was all right.
Yeah, what'd you like about it?
I think the animation is good. I mean, I think the dynamic between Miles and his dad is pretty funny. You know, I like that, but I don't like Peter being a bum. And then. And the last part of it is like, what's Comic-Con? That's kind of like a sin when Miles said that. I mean, he's got to know what Comic-Con. There's got to be a Comic-Con in his universe. Right. There has to be a Comic-Con in his
the thing that my biggest complaint of Spider-Man in the comics and also the movies, etc., is he takes a back seat too much. And Miles is definitely the star of this movie at the expense of Spider-Man. He's an older Spider-Man, and he's got clones of himself everywhere. Essentially, he's got a Spider-Gwen, he's got a Miles, and now he's older, and he's got a vault of suits that look like Tony Stark's Iron Man setup.
Okay, I was wrong. It was Mindy Sterling from the Austin Powers movie. I apologize. I concede your flawless victory, Douglas. That was fun because we got that same year. Just FYI, we got freaking.
You got Mark Hamill to hold up the sign. Remember?
Yeah, Joe Quesada, Mark Hamill, Axel Alonso. Rick Remender put it on his crotch for some reason.
Oh yeah, that's scary.
Freaking
scary.
Peter David did it. Mark Wade, Humberto Ramos, and I think it used to be the avatar for Steve Wacker was like making out with it. And then Greg Bell, voice of Spider-Man on Ultimate Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. Okay. Any other Mike? Did we get your thoughts on the trailer? Let me hear your thoughts.
I actually think I think the art style is good. I like the idea that it actually kind of uses more kind of comic book images. Like especially there's a point where it uses narrative boxes to indicate Miles's thoughts. And I mean, I like the style of the thing. I'm not quite sure yet about the style of humor of the thing in it yet. I mean, I would have to know a little bit more about
the Miles with his dad in the car was cool. That was a good humor.
That was good. I mean, but other stuff about, I can totally understand where you're coming from with the presentation of how Spider-Man is, because he definitely looks like he's
got gray hair.
He's got grayish hair, and he's got a 5 o'clock shadow. Although, interestingly enough, this is probably the first time we've actually seen a Spider-Man in a theatrical release who is supposed to be an adult. I mean, yeah, we've had adults play Spider-Man, but they were basically they were trying to also play teenagers.
Well, isn't Tobey Maguire an adult if he's in college?
Yes.
He's over 18.
Yeah,
and Spider-Man 3 also.
Okay. 2003 version of a college person in college is an adult. 2018 version of
yeah, right. yeah.
Couple things I've read online. We can discuss it. One article I read, this would be an opportunity for Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire to come back and voice their version of Spider-Man in this cartoon. What do you think of that idea?
That would be good. I mean, if they have a little snippet in there, yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah,
you just got to give Tobey Maguire some voice direction. Otherwise, he sounds like a piece of wood.
You played Spider-Man 1's video game, didn't you?
He did a lot better on Spider-Man 2. I gotta give the guy credit. There was
I think he was in the Spider-Man 3 game too.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Props to him. Oh, did Andrew Garfield ever voice him in his games?
No,
they always brought somebody in.
Yeah.
It's because they didn't want to spend the money.
Action Gamer says get all the other actors, Neil Patrick Harris and Josh Keaton.
That'd be fun.
That would be awesome.
That would be real cool.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other thing I read online about this trailer? All the voice actors are coming back, and something
aside
else.
from the fact that it's written by the guys who did the Lego movie.
Oh yeah, I've done that.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. Any other thoughts on the trailer before we move on? Okay. Let's see. What next topic do we want to tackle?
Oh
yeah. Let's do Jake Gyllenhaal and Mysterio. Mike, talk a bit about that. That's another bit of movie news.
Yeah, I mean, now for those of you who don't know, a little bit of movie history here. Back when Tobey Maguire broke his back during Seabiscuit, Jake Gyllenhaal was originally going to replace him for Spider-Man 2. And interestingly enough, I think he was also dating Kirsten Dunst at the time.
Mm-hmm. Maguire or Gyllenhaal?
Gyllenhaal was actually dating.
What? Because Toby and Kirsten went out too.
Yes.
Yeah, they did.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. But so anywho,
Mary Jane was passed around a lot that day.
That's pretty much. In more ways than one, probably too. Like if both the
left-handed cigarettes.
Yeah. But yeah. So here we have basically Jake Gyllenhaal finally get his chance to be in a Spider-Man film, but not as Peter Parker, but as Quentin Beck, aka Mysterio. So apparently he's going to be the main villain for whatever they're going to call the Spider-Man Homecoming sequel.
Yeah.
Which I think is great because I think Mysterio as a character works great as a great concept in terms of film because he's a special effects wizard. So you can do all kinds of cool stuff with him.
You could visually, but how does one in 2018 have special effects as props when everything is digital with filmmakers? When Mysterio was created, they did live action props and special effects.
Holograms, Brad. We're doing
Tony Stark built this in a cave.
Zach, I can barely see you. You keep sliding down in your frame. There you are.
Well, that's the thing. You could probably. That's the thing. They probably will tie this into somehow. Like he gets a hold of Stark Tech and basically decides to do all this little,
Mysterio gets Stark Tech now too.
That they will do this. Yeah, they'll do it.
Oh, here comes George. Oh my dear God!
That's
going to be how they.
Tony Stark and remembering Tony Stark and Spider-Man. Spider-Man's not going to be his own damn character in this movie.
Oh yeah, but even so, I think the idea that it's still great. I think if we get a good Mysterio, hopefully he'll have like the fishbowl head thing.
Yes, he has to have some version of the fishbowl head.
Although Jake Gyllenhaal, I think, is a little bit too handsome for being Quentin Beck. Unless they really do something to give him like makeup or something, but
Quentin Beck wasn't an actor, was he? He was a special effects guy.
He was an aspiring actor.
Okay,
he was an aspiring actor, but I think that they thought, oh no, your looks aren't too good for the screen or something. So he's kind of works behind the scenes of the thing.
I like what Logan said on YouTube chat. He goes, "This should be called Spider-Man Winter Formal."
Well, one rumor I heard
Spider-Man field trip. Douglas, didn't you get the memo?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Before we go on to the plot points, Peter, what were you going to say?
I wasn't going to say it.
I
was going to say that the sequel is still. CBR did like an article where saying, you know, the next sequel should be very less Tony Stark.
Right.
And now they're taking that opposite direction. It's like, a spoiler alert, like Avengers 4 is going to kill off Tony Stark. And according to this article, this leaks plot point. It's on the, Peter's going to become the next Iron Man when he's Spider-Man. I don't like it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but same.
Well, yeah, because I mean,
okay,
the
but how many of these
Spider-Man field trip?
Very few of these plot leaks have actually resulted in actual stuff.
Yeah.
I'll believe it when we see the official plot synopsis. We got a whole nother year.
Yeah.
We've got Ant-Man and the Wasp coming out. We got Captain Marvel coming out. There's a lot of stuff coming between now and Avengers 4.
Right.
Peter Parker on chat says the MCU Spider-Man is Iron Lad.
Yeah.
So he's in the Young Avengers?
He is. I guess he is in the Young Avengers. That's hysterical. Real quick before we get to the rest of the plot stuff, Mike, JR, your thoughts on Jake Gyllenhaal?
Is it confirmed that he's signed, or is it just still in a rumor or the negotiating?
It was in Hollywood Reporter and Variety, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty much favorite here.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I mean, it seems fine, and you know, it's nice that they're able to get A-list actors to step in and play these roles. You know, because maybe then they'll actually write characters, you know, for them. So you know, it's I think it's a positive that he's willing to do it.
JR,
I'm sure he's getting paid well.
Do you think he should have like some sort of tech power, or what kind of power? Because just having special effects power, I don't think works.
Well, you know, I mean, you can still, I mean, people still go watch stage magicians, you know, I mean, and they still, you know, and there are still things you can do with smoke and misdirection and, you know, and like Mike was saying, holograms and, you know, and I mean, how many times has Mysterio has used technology for years. I mean, he's used, you know, I mean, he's always created like multiple images of himself, and you know, Spider-Man's always swinging and missing at various fake images. So there's all kinds of things.
Robots.
This should be a huge giant spectacle. Spectacle. I don't know why I just said spectacle, but I mean the DIT chip, even in Ben Reilly's era, I mean that was I didn't hate that redesign of Mysterio personally.
The redesign I liked was in the Edge of Time video game. That was a cool looking Mysterio in that game. I thought that was cool. So there's some plot points and also actors returning. Mike, talk about that.
Apparently most of the original kid cast is supposedly returning. I don't think the one who played Liz Allen is. I mean, but Zendaya as MJ,
Michelle Jones.
Tony Badalon is going to be in there. So is the guy playing, you know, Flash. But apparently the rumor going around is that apparently this is supposed to be they're taking their, you know, with their part of that Knowledge Bowl thing from the first film, that they're now going the quiz that they're like they're now, it's supposedly the rumor is that their class is going, that group is going to London for some kind of major competition thing that they're going to have like the International Knowledge Bowl or something.
Sponsored by Stark Industries.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so there, of course, and that's where Mysterio is going to be there, involved in there. There's supposedly some other secret villain involved that that's kind of behind the scenes. They haven't revealed supposedly who that is going to be. Michael Keaton's also supposedly going to be returning as the Vulture.
So one thing I read is they're setting this up for a Sinister Six battle.
Yeah,
maybe like Spider-Man Homecoming 3 is Spider-Man versus Sinister Six or something like that. So you have Vulture in it. You would have
Mysterio,
Scorpion,
Shocker, maybe.
Shocker, yeah. Whoever's in charge of this other group or whatever it is. So you got that.
I'm betting it's Doc Ock.
I think so too. Yeah,
I mean the master planner himself has to.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that would be ideal.
Because we've gone to the Osborn well a couple times.
Yeah, we have,
and we've only had one Doc Ock, so I think Doc Ock would be
Now the other thing is that there's supposedly there's been calls, I mean, for like a female character like that's supposed to be some kind of almost like a femme fatale type thing, and so the rumor is that this is going to be the MCU version of Jessica Drew.
Yeah,
as supposed to be.
I'm wondering if they're doing the clone of Spider-Man or the mother Spider-Man.
Well, actually,
Spider-Woman.
it's supposed to be more like an MI6 agent.
Okay, good.
So they're doing like
the
some
classic
kind of a spy thing.
Jessica Drew.
Yeah.
I like that much better than the clone.
What, you don't want the female clone? What do you have against females, Douglas?
I got to think against clones, not females, sir. Open it up to the panel. What do you think of Spider-Man going around the world, and you've got multiple villains appearing? What do you guys think?
Why can't we just have a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man that doesn't have to do all those other superfluous crap?
Because it has to be different from the other movies.
I don't know if I want him overseas. I don't know what.
Well, wait a minute. He was overseas.
Parker goes overseas. Spider-Man shows up, and nobody figures it out, right?
Oh,
right.
I mean, how are they going to make it not so stupid? You know, I mean,
well, he's an Avenger. Spider-Man can be anywhere.
Yeah.
Sure. Hornacek wants to know if Spider-Man will fight night and fog in London. Someone else said something.
Get knocked up.
Yeah.
Don't forget Cyclone. Oh, he was French.
They can handle teen pregnancy on a Spider-Man film.
Hornacek also says the song "London Calling" will have to be in this movie. I agree. If they go to London, you got to use that song. Peter, what do you think about this news?
Well, I can't see Spider-Man across. It's going to be called what? Spider-Man International now, or
Spider-Man Field Trip?
Yeah, I
heard.
Spider-Man
the
Field Trip.
International Spider-Man. Fine, that's fine. We already seen that during Slots Run, didn't we? And
Oh,
that didn't really.
I always thought Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man would make a great title.
It would.
You know?
So
But
he's
you have
not
to be
your
in a
friendly
neighborhood for him to be in a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
I know. You have to hold that. He has to be in the United States.
It's so refreshing not
Has
having
New York
cut me off.
New York.
Peter Parker writes Spider-Man versus Jack the Ripper.
Spider-Man meets Sherlock Holmes, as played by Robert Downey Jr.
You get Jude Law in the background. Watson.
Hello, Mr. Parker. Meet my assistant, Mr. Watson.
Or even better.
We'll buy George a ticket to that premiere.
George will faint in the parking lot.
We'll get Robert Downey Jr. to play Sherlock Holmes. We'll get Cumberbatch to play Watson. And then we'll be like, no shit, Sherlock. That was missed opportunity.
That was pretty funny. That was pretty funny. Who said? Oh, wait a minute! I said that. That was pretty funny, Brad. Thank you very much, Brad.
Hey, you can actually.
Brad, I just complimented myself. If you can't compliment yourself, who would?
Brad was laughing at his own jokes.
Yeah.
Come on, that was pretty funny.
You actually got to do some one in there. So
Anime Hunter says he could meet up with Captain Britain and maybe Excalibur. There you go. Okay, let's see what else is on our rundown. Peter, how about another movie news? Silver and Black.
Okay, so we have some really good news for you. Silver and Black has been pushed back. They don't know the date.
They don't know the date. They don't know what the.
They don't know their elbow from their a-hole.
Sony has pulled the Spider-Man spinoff Silver and Black off its release schedule and is looking for a new date. Translation: we don't know what to do, the studio said on Friday. The film, directed by Gina Prince Bythewood, The Secret of Life, Bees, and Love and Basketball, has originally set to hit the theaters at February 8, 2019. But now it's not. No, it's not. It's been pushed back because they don't know what to do. This is god awful.
From what I read, they're hiring a new writing team because the other one they didn't care for.
They're hiring a new writing team, but no one wants to take the job.
It's almost like having a Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man in it is probably a bad idea.
Yeah, right. Because you're going to test that theory out in Venom.
Oh yeah,
when Venom flops spectacularly.
Yeah, I wonder if Venom is giving them cold feet. And,
it probably is.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt they're giving a vote. Now here,
if the Han Solo movie can't do well at the box office, Tom Hardy talking to himself isn't going to do well.
Han Solo movie.
Brad, the Han Solo movie. That's still part of the Star Wars universe.
Oh yeah,
Different studios This is Sony trying to keep a hold on Spider-Man.
Yeah,
they can't. So we're gonna make Venom and supporting characters. We'll be seeing an Aunt May movie pretty soon. I mean, I would pay just to see a Mary Jane Watson movie. I mean, I would pay.
Yeah, but
the movie's called Face It Tiger. Yeah.
No, Mary Jane in Peter Parker's world. Mary Jane, I'm sorry, I know you love Mary Jane, Chi-Town, but
I do too.
But she cannot carry her own damn movie. Come on.
Oh, I bet.
So, and just to clarify, I saw Solo and I liked it a lot. I'm amazed it's not doing well, but
it's because they've released too many damn Star Wars movies in too short of time.
Exactly.
Well, I think that probably is a problem. Yeah.
Let's suck all the blood out of this freaking stone. And the reason why
hey, how many Marvel movies are coming out this year?
Yeah, but at least they're varied.
Marvel has diversity of characters that lend itself to having different characters come out and different things. With Star Wars, all these prequels and stuff like that is limited to 3 freaking movies that they did back in 1977 through 1981 or 2 or whatever it was.
83 or something. Yeah.
For 83, whatever. No, seriously. So it's like, okay, you're limiting everything on episodes, everything from original Star Wars through Return of a Jedi, and trying to fit all this in with the other crap. But it's not growing the franchise. The only one that's growing the franchise is the ones that have made actually money, which is Last Jedi and Force Awakens.
Not to turn this into a Star Wars podcast, but I want to mention one thing. A buddy of mine and I were talking about the other day. What if Disney? There could be a couple things why people didn't go to the Solo movie. One, they just killed Han Solo, so they feel a bit betrayed. And Harrison Ford just played the character, so his image and your death of Harrison Ford dying is in your mind.
That's been 3 years though, dude.
I know. The other thing is, what if Disney would have recast Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, and Princess Leia, and Episode 7 would have been a continuation after Return of the Jedi, and not done the Next Generation, just recast it like Bond.
No. I'll tell you right now.
I think they would have. I think they would have accepted a little bit more.
No.
It's been 30 years.
Star Wars fans mutinied. They'd have been like.
So you're saying that characters like Han Solo and Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia can't continue like James Bond can and Spider-Man.
The main reason they aren't going to see Solo is because it's a protest against what happened with The Last Jedi. There's still anger towards that.
No, Last Jedi made a lot of money, and I liked the movie.
Yeah,
but people hated it.
Yeah, there was very divisive, actually.
Universally, it was despised by
So you don't think those characters can be recast?
No. I think that they have reached.
That's sad. I want to see more Han Solo and Luke Skywalker adventures.
No, we want to see more Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker, Harrison Ford as Han Solo.
Yes,
but you know,
it's like
those were the adventures people wanted to see, and nobody. I mean, and I say this as somebody who never thought they could recast the Star Trek characters, and yet they successfully did. But one of the reasons that one succeeded, at least until Paramount dropped the ball again, was like 17 or 18 years since the last Star Trek movie. Or 15 years since the last the actor, I think Shatner had been Captain Kirk or whatever. So they've been a long time. And with Star Trek, there had been a lot of fanfic. There had been some actually fan movies that kind of got people used to the idea of other people playing these characters. But no, this thing was Star Wars. Nobody wanted this Han Solo movie. When this thing was announced, nobody said, "Oh, goody." You know, a young plastic wooden actor playing Han Solo in an adventure nobody gives a rat's ass about. So
it also has had a lot of bad publicity with the directors being fired, Ron Howard having to come on and save it. There wasn't much marketing for it until March?
Yeah,
it started because they didn't want to interfere with Last Jedi.
And then you got, but then also. So if we're tying this back to what Sony's doing,
thank you. I went off on a tangent. Bring it back to Spider-Man.
What we're trying to Sony thing. If we're going to equate, but again, Sony is also trying to. It sounds like they haven't really learned much again, because if they're trying to make a Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man in it. So, So if Venom kind of bombs, I think they're not going to. There's no way they're going to do Silver and Black. Although technically we already had a Venom movie earlier this year. It's called Upgrade, because
Upgrade.
If you've ever seen the thing, it's basically similar idea, but I mean it's actually more low budget, and but the guy in there. In fact, the actor actually looks like Tom Hardy.
Do you remember last year around summer, Sony put out a movie with Ryan Reynolds and Jake Gyllenhaal, and they were in space, and they captured some black goo, and people were saying that was a Venom prequel. That would be ironic. Deadpool and Mysterio in space.
Oh yeah. Well, there were rumors that was essentially the stealth of Venom prequel or something.
Yeah. Spoiler alert for that movie.
It's not.
It's not, but it eventually ended up at Earth. So yeah.
So the key thing is
what, Peter?
The key thing is that while both characters exist in the Marvel Spider-Man universe, this film will not cross over with the web slinger at all. This doesn't exist in the MCU. And that's what the general people are looking at.
Yeah.
The MCU for Spider-Man. So all these spin-off movies that are coming out, no one's really going to want to go see them because it doesn't involve Spider-Man, where these characters are involved with Spider-Man. So you can have your cake, but you can't eat it. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's not like
everything is building towards a larger story with Marvel as opposed to Star Wars. Star Wars, these don't support the ongoing narrative of the main Star Wars stories. They're supposed to be like, we're just using this as a cash grab, and that's what it is. It's a cash grab from Disney to utilize these characters in their own ways.
That's why I hope these standalone movies. Well, I think they were going to want to make sequels to Solo. But I would hope that they would eventually not be prequels. For instance, they announced the Boba Fett movie is going to be written by and directed, maybe not written, but directed by the Logan director. And so I have hope for that, and I love Boba Fett.
I think you have a scenario where all the Marvel movies are connected.
Yeah.
And they're all taking place in the present day or in the not too distant past, or everything like Captain Marvel is set in the 90s to build towards her appearance in Infinity or whatever the new Infinity Gauntlet, whatever it's going to be called. So everything, it's just there's one, but at the end of the day, there is one person in charge of everything with Marvel. The buck stops with Feige. There is an overall vision does not exist with Lucasfilm right now.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, but there's not
thinking she's on her way out at this point.
Yeah, and I think also the narrative, nothing is building. It's just here comes a new Star Wars movie. Part of the
trilogy is building. The prequels are not.
But the prequels are not supporting the trilogy. Whereas the exact opposite with Marvel.
I agree. Yeah. Okay, let's see what else we got on the rundown. This one I'll take. I was originally giving it to George, but I'll take it.
I was gonna.
Oh, do you want it?
I want
the GameStop.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it. Take it.
So, one of the things we have kind of championed on this show from the beginning, back in 2006, was diversifying the markets of comic books.
Yes.
And so this is kind of an exciting moment, in that there's a void. There was a void created by Hastings. And there's a void that's been created by Toys R Us. And it seems like GameStop is doing everything they can to fill that void. And because they've taken a lot of the exclusive, them and Entertainment Earth took some of the exclusives on the Marvel Legends side that were Toys R Us. And so now we're seeing GameStop getting in the comic business.
They're going to put these books in spinner racks too.
Yeah.
I'm excited about seeing a spinner rack first time in 30 years.
So I wonder if they paid $300 for those spinner racks like they were trying to sell them for.
They probably got cut a deal.
You know, we talked about how excited we were when we saw Hastings. So now GameStop is, I think, with this deal, becomes the largest retailer of comics nationally.
Well, they're from what I read on that Bleeding Cool, they're going to test it in 40 stores.
Yeah, I think it'll be a success.
Yeah, I think so too.
I really do, because you got a lot of crossover appeal. They already have all the the collectibles and the toys and things like that. Yeah, the pops and stuff like that. So you already got them that market coming in, putting it more. But this really, Hastings wasn't going to hurt small ma and pa comic book stores, but this might. Yeah, I think.
Why?
Because most
they're going to be priced the same.
Agreed, but most GameStops are going to be. They're usually in one of two places that you generally see. Usually, they have GameStop has a deal with Walmart's. So when they build or do a new Walmart, that they always have that strip mall that's on the property.
They put them there.
They usually put them there. They do. They have several retailers. GNC is another one. You also see them a lot in malls. Yeah. Even though the shopping mall is dying, I think between that and the Amazon announcement that Amazon was going to start selling floppies. Also,
they are? I didn't hear about them.
Yes. So those two things are going to, I think. I don't think they'll crush the back issue market, but the direct market is slowly but surely going to be whittling away with this. Between digital and these two deals, if proven successful, we'll have to see how it goes. I think could do some damage to the direct market in a both positive and negative way. I think it gets it more in the hands of people. I think there's more of a chance of them getting in the hands of kids because kids go love now with. Digital downloads of games, they're just downloading the games via broadband. But if they go into GameStops, the GameStop, my only issue with it is it may be a little desperate on GameStop's part because GameStop has seen their sales year over year decline just because a lot more people are downloading their games digitally instead of, they buy it when they go to bed and then by the time they wake up the next day, it's usually downloaded.
I am not a frequent GameStop visitor or buyer, but it looks like Action Gamer on our YouTube channel is. He says, GameStop is the reason video games are terrible, and now they're going to destroy comics. You need to pre-order comics for $5 to get access to the last page of a 20-page comic.
I don't think it's going to be that.
And Enigma says, great, now you'll get harassed about pre-orders while you're buying comic books.
No.
Do they bug you in GameStop to pre-order video games? Is that what they bug you?
Hey, you here to pre-order that new brand new Madden game there, buddy? Dude, Madden, they just barely showed me the cover. I don't I haven't seen the damn game, but you want to order that damn Madden game, don't you?
Here's a question. I don't think we've ever discussed this to my gamer players on the podcast and then YouTube. Why do people pre-order games? I like to wait until the game is on sale or I find the best deal online to purchase it.
Because if you pre-order, you get exclusive content, like you get other certain things, especially you get certain skins or certain items or loot.
They have that all available as DLC. You just
I know that's they're catering to the folks that want to be
the day one gamers of the game, right?
Well, and back in the day, there used to be it was a supply and demand thing. Like I remember when games came out, like for N64 and PS1 and even PS2. Those generations of games that you go to the store and they wouldn't necessarily have it. They would only have whoever did the pre-order.
Okay. Action Gamer is cracking me up in chat. He goes, people pre-order games because GameStop tells developers to cut portions of levels and content out of video game.
Like Action Gamer is pissed.
Action Gamer hates
he's pretty close to the mark actually there.
You can see this all on Spider-Man or YouTube.com/Crawlspace.
This is killing me. I like having the YouTube chatters with us, and I would have never thought of that. Another good example is the collector's edition of Spider-Man PS4. Now that I'm divided on because the game is $60.
Yeah.
If I order the $80 version, which just pains me to say a video game costs $80.
Yeah.
But for $20 extra,
welcome to 2018, Douglas. Come on.
I get a skin, I get a Spider-Man avatar, and I get additional Black Cat levels, which according to Action Gamer should have already been in the video game in the first place.
Exactly.
Yeah. That Action Gamer.
Is there a milk bath level or something?
Is there a what?
milk bath level. You said extra black cat levels.
That's an extra $20 on top of the extra $20.
We've now elevated Action Gamer's ego. He's like, thank God for me.
Action Gamer dislikes GameStop. It sounds like.
There's some hate on GameStop. Here's the thing. I think it gives an opportunity for comic book distributors, DC, Marvel, Image, to get it in the hands of kids. This is where they're going to hang out.
That's what you need. You need new readers. However, at $3, $4 a pop, I don't know if that's.
No, I agree. I mean, I think the digests that they used to do with Scholastic were huge. Yeah. I was talking about this with Tom DeFalco in an interview on Spider-Geddon that we've got coming up. That literally,
that was such a plug.
I was told I was allowed to plug my.
You can plug. I'll just call you a plumber. It's a Mario.
It's a me, Mario.
It's a me. I'm gonna plug. I'm a plumber. Oh. That sounds bad.
I think I saw that as the start of a movie once.
But anyway. No, I think having comics in more people's hands is a good thing. Bottom line, love GameStop or not. JR, do you ever go into a GameStop with Spencer at all?
I have before. I mean, we've gone in there several times. In fact, I was thinking I was going to have to call him down to interpret some of this dialogue for me because I'm not getting some of the jokes. I need to have Spencer tell me what it all means. I've gone in there before. And the thing with the GameStop is that there are GameStops in virtually every town of a decent size.
Yes.
Whereas comic, like for example, I mean, there's one where I live in the town where I live.
Same here.
And but with a comic book store, I have to drive at least 25 miles to get to one. So really, it's this is something that comics desperately needs.
Yes.
But GameStop is also GameStop is also a business that has thrived on physical media, like comics and physical media in all shapes and forms is having a lot of trouble. So I don't know, this could be almost a Kmart and Sears merger type.
We all know how well that worked out.
So Action Gamer, I think this was an insult to Marvel. He says, Marvel Entertainment is the Konami of comics. Is that bad?
I believe yes.
Now, if he said it was the LJN of comics, I would say that would be bad because that's an old 8-bit Nintendo reference. Peter, are you a gamer?
Of comics,
no, I haven't played video games since my son was born, so I don't have time. But I am definitely going to get. I think the last video game I played was Batman: Arkham Knight, and I enjoyed.
Was that on PS3 or Xbox?
PS4. I got a PS4.
You got PS4. Well, you are a gamer if you have a PS4, sir.
I do. I have 3 games.
What do you got?
I got for the PS4. I have Batman: Arkham Knight.
Same here.
Godzilla. And Star Wars Battlefront. And that's it.
Oh, Battlefront is another example of them nickel and diming you to pay to play on that thing. That game was clearanced at my local Walmart the other day. I almost bought it for $16.
Oh man!
And I said no, I'm good.
Good choice.
Because it doesn't have a story, does it? It's all online.
All it is it's all mass. It's all multiplayer thing.
Action Gamer did make a good comment. Seriously though, GameStop CEO left the company. He prepped his resume for a new used job.
Action Gamer is bringing the hate to GameStop today.
I'll tell you right now, as somebody that went into GameStop wants to sell his games, and they got insulted. I was like, thank you.
You paid $60 for a game. How much did they offer you for?
$5.
Ouch!
Wow.
It's like trying to sell DVDs. They'll give you a quarter.
Yeah. Oh, but nothing's worse when you have somebody in line that's buying used porn DVDs. That got ugly and weird really quickly.
On that note, let's segue to. Oh no, that'd be a bad segue. The upside down kiss. Okay.
Oh
God. Okay. So George was going to have this one, and I'll tackle this one. So an Oregon teen by the name of Adam Hazelton wanted to ask his girlfriend of 6 months to the prom. So he was thinking, well, I wonder what I could do. So what he did was he got in a Spider-Man costume, and then took a piece of rope and strung it outside of his bedroom window, which is up on the second floor, and he hung upside down to not propose. Well, I guess prompose.
Wait, can we talk about this shit for a second?
Well, wait a minute. Let me get through the whole setup. You're like Action Gamer and GameStop. Settle down. So on the garage door, it said it would be marvelous to go to prom with you. And so he lifts his mask, and as the still photos show, he didn't get a kiss on the lips. He got a kiss on the cheek and a thumbs up. And the girl put on Twitter,
he got friend zoned.
He got friend zoned as he risked his life hanging out of his bedroom window on a rope. And she wrote on Twitter, "Going to prom with the most marvelous boy." Okay.
Well, let's talk about this shit first.
All right, let's. Okay, go ahead, Zach. Go ahead.
This is personal experience here, Zach.
Self-absorbed line of BS I've ever seen. Can we talk about the fact that we're doing promposals? Freaking posals.
Did you not prompose in your day?
Oh, no. Maybe I'm too goddamn old. What the hell is this doing? I mean,
why are you so upset, sir?
Because he didn't wear a hoodie.
Well done.
If he was wearing a hoodie, Zach would have said yes.
What? Self-absorbed. To have to do this giant ass. No, this is an epidemic that needs to be stopped.
No, you need to impress the girl.
No, it's basically it is. Like showing how big your dong is. It's
Wait a minute! JR has taken the headset off. He's got to get some medicated cream. Now settle down.
This is the guy with the 12-inch Scarlet Spider talking.
Josh Nelson says this is triggering some latent PTSD in Zach for some reason.
No, here's the thing.
Kidding.
As the person in this room that most recently went to prom.
Okay.
The fact is that like prom has become this like one-upsmanship. That's what I meant about the dong comment. It was like,
okay,
you gotta one-up everybody that you're around when you go to prom, and it's like these kids feel all this pressure to sit there and do this big giant ass grand gesture, and then it's setting these girls up thinking that that's what they're going to be done for the rest of their freaking lives, and they're going to be so damn disappointed. It's not even funny.
Ladies, if you're listening, Zach is ready to disappoint you right now.
Yeah. Well, you also got to consider too that these kids are what 17, 18 years old.
16, I think.
They're not going to be together after this. Soon they're going to go off to college, and there's.
She didn't even kiss him on the lips. She kissed him on the cheek after upside down.
Yeah, like he straight got friend zoned.
Well, yeah, in high school, that's actually legitimate. You know, if you're parents of these kids, you're kind of glad that he only just kissed on the lips and that kissed on the cheek. Because hey, besides, I mean,
I just thought of something. Zach, didn't one of your wedding pictures, weren't you upside down?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I think Dr. Brad has just broken this psychiatry.
I was wondering,
and that didn't end up too well. Wait a minute.
I actually remember seeing that. I wasn't going to mention it because
it just came to me.
But let's talk about that for a second. I'm a grown ass man having fun.
Wait a minute. You're a grown ass man wearing a Spider-Man outfit, hanging upside down a tree for a wedding picture. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I was. Engagement photo. Okay.
Engagement photo. That's what it was. Okay.
It was engagement photos. Yeah. That's different.
No, it's not. No.
Yes, it is.
It's showing spider love.
I don't dislike what the kid did on this. This was cute.
Yes, you do. Nothing you said says it's cute.
No. I dislike the promposal as a concept.
Yeah, because you're saying these kids are 16 and 17, and like they've got plenty of time to do like silly romantic gestures.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Thank you.
Yeah, I totally get it. I totally get it.
Are you saying he's peaked for the girl? There's nothing else he could do to impress her?
Well, this one,
yeah. Well, this one, well, he didn't impress us that much because she kissed him on the damn cheek.
Well, all you have to do is someone has to contact that kid saying, "Hey, look at this podcast," and he's
he's a rock star.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
hey, high school is practice. He's got plenty of time for college and adulthood.
I think
this is like driver's ed for love.
Exactly. There you go.
JR, you're shaking your head a lot. What, you didn't like that line?
Well, first of all, I before we lose it in all the other narrative, I got to give Logan Craig Kraft props. I didn't go to prom. I stayed home and sniffed airplane glue. Now
I missed that.
I love that. I love that. The thing is, I mean, part of it is because I've had a teenage daughter who has had promposals made to her, and it's like I ask and I sit there and it's like, and I tell my wife, why don't they just ask the damn girl with the prom? That's not the way it's done. That's not the way it's done. And it's like, and I sit here and I just feel like a senile old fool, because it's like, that's not the way it's done.
If you don't mind, what did the boy do to ask your daughter out? What was his promposal?
There were two. I forget the first one because I really didn't like this guy.
Gee, what a surprise!
But the second,
I almost spit this drink out.
The second one put like a lot of little lighted candles or whatever in the driveway, and a bunch of them spelled out prom ?
Oh,
and it's like,
kid, get off my lawn.
And then he took her to prom and broke up with her. So,
this guy who put all the votive candles, did he become like a monk afterwards?
I can just mentally see.
Actually, a week after prom, he broke up with my daughter, found another girlfriend, and went to Michigan. So
I can just see this kid.
Cardinal sin in Ohio going to Michigan.
I can just see this kid spending an hour or two in JR's garage in his driveway. JR opens the garage door and plows over all of his work.
By the way,
and runs over the kid too.
I honestly don't think I was home. I think I was traveling because I just remember seeing the pictures and it's like, what the hell is this?
What's going on in my driveway, kid?
JR is making my point for me.
And then I had one boyfriend, although he didn't. It wasn't the promposal, but
wait, JR had a boyfriend? What is this?
My driveway. That was fun.
No, what the boy do?
Oh, his car leaked oil all over my driveway. That was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Did you make him get on his damn hands and knees and scrub that shit out?
I should have had him lick it.
What other podcast can you get spider promposals and Zach going mental on us, right?
Zach
going mental for
all the
12 years
time,
on this show.
People enjoy me going mental.
It's very. JR is Uncle Ben. No, JR will die if we do that. Ryan,
God.
Peter says, Peter and Mike, any promposal stories in your past?
No.
Okay.
I wasn't that brave. I wasn't that brave to actually go all out like this. I actually tried to do the old fashioned way. I mean, like Zach said, you got plenty of time to do this kind of stuff when you're older. When you're a kid, like you're 16, it's cute, but this is like, you like, and it's like something you'll remember, but after a couple of years, it's just, I think it's harmless, but at the same time, it's just like, it's not like they don't have to go through these big romantic gestures. There's plenty of time that you do that.
Peter, any promposal history or stories you've got
from the Chi-Town Spidey? No, I went bowling. I just went bowling. I didn't go to prom because, like Mike said, I knew much more fun once you grow up. Why would you pay money for a corsage and a limo and the dress and all that stuff when you grow up you get to do that and much more? So
right.
So a little prom story that I'll share with you. I didn't go. What?
I said we don't want to talk about my prom night.
Did it go bad?
Oh, it was.
Now we want to hear it. Go ahead. What happened?
So okay.
I'll tell my story after Zach, but go ahead.
So I asked this girl to prom. We had been like.
Were you hanging upside down?
No. So we had been kind of starting to date and everything like that, and I asked her to prom because I didn't have anybody to go with at the time. Because I wasn't the suave ladies man that I am now.
Sorry.
And George, I know what George would say to that.
Here,
but
tilt your camera down a little bit. I can barely see you.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah, perfect.
So we get it. It's prom, and I get my and our theme was all that jazz, the Roaring 20s. So we were having fun with everything. We had fun with the. I had a zoot suit.
Nice.
And so we had a 1940s car that we went in, and that used to be like what prom where you kind of splurged. You had the cool car, you dressed up, you had fun with it. That's why I think like this stuff with the promposal is just absurd. Like, stop putting all the creativity in the stupid ass proposal, put it into making the night more memorable. So we get to the prom, everything's going well, and I lose my keys.
Oh.
So like, my parents had dropped my car off in an adjacent parking lot. So like, I'm freaking out. I'm like, how the hell am I going to get home? I can't take my prom date like walk. So like, I go on the hunt for my keys, and they last a couple like 30 minutes or whatever. I don't even remember.
Oh, that sucks.
So, but like, so it gets time. I find the keys. Everything's good, and like, before I found out that I realized I had lost my keys, my date like just ditches me.
Oh, you lost your keys and your date.
Yeah. So basically, she danced with more dudes than me.
What, you were wanting to dance with dudes?
No.
Dance with other dudes and not.
Was it a contest?
Zach lost.
Zach lost the dancing with dudes contest.
Well, I'm so white it's painful when it comes to dancing.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Zach.
I tell everybody that I'm overly Caucasian and that it's a neurological disorder that's affected by my whiteness. But the fact was like I took her home. She got invited to after parties and I didn't.
Oh jeez.
So my prom night sucked.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Mike or JR, do you have a prom story? Since we're on this topic, probably will never be again.
Well, actually, I was invited out to prom. The girl asked me out.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah. And it was more of
because
like
the girls demanded it, is what.
Yeah, it was actually more like, and it was actually the theme there was actually kind of like a hoedown. So it was like a more of a country, like kind of thing. So we actually did. So a lot of them was line dancing and square.
That sounds like a prom in hell.
Turn your goblin left and right. Turn your goblin up and down. Left, right.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Down.
Even had the hay bales and everything going on.
The hay bales. Yeah. JR, what about your prom? Was there electricity?
It was done like
I was about to say where I was from was pretty close to the square dancing, line dancing type thing. But now this was 1981, and it was more boring than Footloose. I mean, it just I have no. There is no story really to tell. There was no action, no alcohol.
Yeah. Obviously, I didn't have any action either, so I feel you there, JR.
I went home just not long after midnight with nothing.
Action was not your reward that night.
I think that may have been the first. That may have been the first time my dad ever gave me booze.
My gosh!
I got home at 10 o'clock. He's like, "What the hell are you doing here?" I'm like, "I didn't get invited to any after party."
Get 2 cold ones from the fridge. Yeah. Bad parenting on that. My gosh. Here's my prom story. I didn't go to my high school prom. However, when I was like 28 years old. I'd been on the news for a few years, and they asked me and a anchor to host the prom, the local high school prom. So we were the MCs of a prom. So I got to take my girlfriend at the time, who is now Mrs. Crawlspace, to the prom. So that was my prom date, was my wife.
Oh,
so that's my story.
That's so much more heartwarming than the shit that we were talking about.
I know. Yeah. So action was my reward, I guess. I don't know. I married my prom date. Yeah.
Joshua Nelson on the chat just said, "Oh, come on, JR. No one got impaled on your glider."
That's disgusting. I can never think of that. Oh, God, Josh.
Logan Caracraft, you should have stayed home and sniffed airplane glue, Zach.
Now, if JR, are you not going to say this is another worthless spider topic of news again? Because I almost gave this one.
Are we talking about the promposal or?
Yeah, we're talking about spider promposal.
Well, at least you didn't assign it to me. That would have really been.
Well, all right.
I think
I almost gave this one to you, but I'm like, it's too good. He'll destroy it. So I gave it to myself.
And then I was like, no, Douglas.
Yeah, and then you're the one that went off. I didn't expect that. Okay, the one I did give to JR is about the Chinese Spider-Man saves a kid. Mm-hmm. Take it. This was all over the news. So you can't say it's not newsworthy. It was everywhere.
Well, you know, when I saw that Brad had given me this, you know, a lot of things ran through my mind. Of all the spider news stories he's given me over the years, you know, Gavin Edlinger and the Febreze the Febreze story, and the kid who got lost in the bushes, and then there was the entire segment that we cut out.
I don't regret that.
the entire segment that got censored because
I've had 500. How many podcasts? 500 podcasts.
Yeah.
I've only cut a segment once out of 500 episodes, and JR is to blame. We're not going to talk about why.
No. JR is not to blame. Brad is to blame.
I gave you a pitch.
I subject and said, "Bring the funny."
I didn't.
The funny involved a 7-year-old child in a hymn run. That was the funny he wanted me to bring.
Yeah, no, that was one of those things where like JR was doing it, and we were all like, "Oh God!"
Oh, Enigma still likes the J-Lo spider push-ups that JR did.
I was about to say. So we had that. We had the Spider-Man exercises. We have Flower Spider-Man.
Oh, classic.
Yeah,
classic.
Yeah. Have fun with Flower Spider-Man. We had the Polish Spider-Man shouting at people in the UK. And then we had the what? We had the was this in England or whatever? We had the Spider-Man coming on to underage girls
at the vegetable garden or whatever.
And then we've had the idiots. How many idiot Spider-Man in Times Square stories?
Gosh, yeah.
That one even made an appearance in ASM 800. By the way,
that's why I brought it up. That's why I brought it up. But so I'm sitting. So I don't know. Maybe I've underestimated Brad all these years. Maybe Brad is actually rewarding me, you know, for doing all those stupid ass stories. And he gives me a real one.
Here, watch. Look in your camera.
I don't know why they're. I don't know why they're
right through the internet.
Yeah, you did. I don't know why they're calling him Chinese, because, and I've seen that they call him, but it's actually he's from Mali, and that's an island off of North Africa or something, isn't it? But anyway,
those racist bastards.
So honestly, God, it's like I almost turned down this story because I can't make fun of it. I mean, it's just too.
No, it's cool what the guy did.
Story, you know, so anyway, so it starts out.
JR, you forgot. Hornacek reminded us Spider-Man towels save Peru. Remember that?
That was Spain. They wanted you to buy
Spain. Yeah, buy Spider-Man towels to save the economy.
Yeah, if you made a deposit in their banks, like you got a Spider-Man towel or something.
Yes.
That was a good. Thank you, thank you,
That was a good one.
But no, this one actually, starts out with a loving father. Okay, a loving father who decides to go out shopping and leaves his kid at home. The mother, right now we have no idea where the mother is.
How old's his kid? Not very old.
The kid is 4 years old on his own. The father is shopping, and the father also, once he gets done shopping, apparently the father decides to play some Pokemon Go as well.
Oh God!
Anyway, this kid gets tired of doing whatever he was doing or whatever, and says, it's Paris. I want to go see the sights. I want to go see the Eiffel Tower. The old man left me by myself. It's like, hey, I want to go out and hang out with all the girls who don't wear deodorant and things of that nature because it's Paris, it's France. And I want to go and I want to hate on Americans and I want to smoke in public and I want to exhibit bad manners.
I apologize to our French listeners.
I want to do everything that comes with being French. I want to be isolationist and xenophobic and everything like that, like any good Francophile. But anyway, so he decides to go out.
The 4-year-old kid.
So he decided, so he decides to experience Paris by, taking a jump off his balcony. And
so experience Paris. Jump off your balcony, commit suicide.
Well, he's 4.
There's this little 4-year-old kid or whatever, and he's dangling and he's crying and he's screaming and he's yelling and people are walking by saying, "Yeah, I thought Michael Jackson was dead, but I guess he's dangling his kid over the balcony again."
I knew this. The dad, I think I got a Pokemon here. Hold on.
Yeah. So anyway, as one neighbor though comes and holds on to the kid who's hanging on the railing, crying and screaming and hanging on for his life. I almost don't want to say his name because I don't want to mess it up because I'm not, it's not like the guy who Flower Spider-Man. I mean, I want to do this guy justice. Mamudo Gassama, 22-year-old guy. I think he's working there on a visa or something. He sees this kid and he starts climbing the balcony. He goes up either 4 or 5, depending upon the stories you're reading.
He's climbing the building like the Atari 2600 Spider-Man.
He's climbing the building, yeah. And actually, he's. I was about to say I was thinking of the 2600 Spider-Man, and then the little green goblin that would just go back and forth, back and forth. But and he goes and he grabs this kid, and he swings back onto the balcony or whatever, and now the French president is going to try to expedite his citizenship.
No,
and it's like, why did Brad give me this story? Because it's a nice story. It's hopeful. It's inspiring. It's about the goodness and humanity. I hate it. I don't want to talk about the good in humanity. I don't want to talk about a selfless hero. I want to talk about losers. I want to talk about loudmouth Polish guys and perverted English guys and
Maybe you should have given me this one there, Douglas.
No. I'm quite happy. You did it justice, JR.
By the way, for the record, JR, to correct you slightly. Kirby hand. The French president did grant him citizenship.
Oh, okay.
So
that's cool. He climbed how many stories? 3 stories?
It was 4 or 5, depending upon the story you read. Yeah,
the video is amazing to see. There's no way my ass is climbing that.
Yeah. Or the rest of your body.
No,
and I think they're going to give him a job as a firefighter too. And it's like,
hey, he should get it.
I was about to say, that you don't need to. That's as good a qualifying test as any.
I wonder if there's going to be. Go ahead, Mike.
It's going to be because he was trying to get a job as a firefighter in France, and they just sent it because I guess he couldn't get one. And everything. So as soon as he got this, that's like, oh, we're okay. You're.
And this story made the rounds. This has been around.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if there's any charges against the dad for child endangerment or whatever.
They did arrest him. I think they released him, but there'll probably be something. But I want to find out what happened to the mother, though. I mean, in the stories I read, it just said no one knows where the mother is. So
it's like Emily Osborne,
Right? Yeah. Oh,
wow. Chi-Town, are you climbing the side of a building?
Yeah.
I know you have the suit.
Yep.
You're that agile. You could get up a.
No. I never said I was agile. But if I could get an excuse to climb up a building, whether a child's in danger or not, I will.
As Spider-Man, just to get on this show as a new
yeah.
My odds of being successful of rescuing a child is catching them as they fall. I don't think I could scale the side of a building, nor would I want to.
If it was Ava, you would.
I know, but man. All right. Final thoughts. YouTubers, get ready for your final thoughts. I will read them. I'm going to go around the horn for final thoughts. Zach, final thoughts.
No prom proposals.
You need a patch, like a smoker trying to quit. Yeah. So if a girl asked you out with a prom proposal, would you like it?
I would be like, what the f is this?
Good thing your internet cut out, because I heard it bleeped out your bad words. Actually, it was kind of funny.
I did that myself.
Oh, I thought it was your internet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you would not go out with a girl if she hung upside down on the side of a building wanting to kiss you.
Well, I would go out with her, but it'd be like, this is the theater of the absurd. Why, first of all, why are you hanging from the side of my house? What the hell are you doing?
She's probably a little crazy.
Well, if
I've already dealt with crazy. She's called my ex-wife.
JR, what?
If Zach takes up a girl who asks him to prom, I think he's going to be arrested.
Exactly. That almost happened to my father. My father was 26. My mom was 18. Yeah, and I'm not kidding. The principal pulled my mother inside and said, "Why the hell are you with him?"
How many cigarettes did that principal smoke?
Well, I mean, this is my smoker's voice.
Oh my gosh! All right, Mike. Final thoughts.
Well, interesting now. The fact that Spider-Verse seems to be still alive and well. Depending, your mileage may vary on whether you want it alive and well or not. But yeah, between Barbie Spider-Geddon and now we get a Spider-Verse movie sort of which is more of a Miles Morales movie. Yeah, if you like multiple Spider-Man and you like him thinned out as much as possible, like the Star Wars films, there you go.
Okay. Peter, final thoughts, sir.
I want a spectacular Spider-Man cartoon series direct to DVD movie. With all the original cast.
Yeah.
Which it was originally supposed to do.
Yeah. That was how it was supposed to be originally. It was supposed to be a series of 4.
Yeah, I remember them. JR, final thoughts.
I was about to say, I'm looking at the Hornacek says next month we need to hear George and Ashley's prom stories.
I would agree.
I have a feeling though that George's prom stories we'd have to put that on pay-per-view or something. I don't think the FCC would allow us to free stream those.
I backed the Scarlet Man because of my face.
All right. Action Gamer Comics may be dying, but the show won't. And Donald Trump should pardon Norman Osborn since he is still currently a wanted felon. Wow. Any of you guys celebrate the 10th anniversary of Spectacular Spider-Man anime by watching Ultimate? I did. Need to dig the worst episode of the bunch, says random internet weirdo. Peter Parker says Zach's parents are living the crime. Let's see.
Mr. Parker.
Can Spencer make the new Electro interesting, or will we find a way to bring back Max Dillon? I bet you that's a sure thing, Ryan. Let's see. And next month, Ashley and George's prom proposals are a thing. Okay, I think that's a wrap. YouTubers, we're going to be back in about 10 minutes to stream the Amazing 800 episode along with Spec 304.
And if you're an audio listener, be sure to go to youtube.com/crawlspace and subscribe. Also, click the little notification button. Spider-Man Crawlspace. Click the little notification button that lets you know when we are live. Go to facebook.com/Spider-Man Crawlspace. Follow us on Twitter at Crawlspace101.
Yep. All right, we'll be back. Okay. All right, gang. I'll see you back in 10 minutes, all right?
Sure thing.
Okay.
Bye.
See ya.